The wait for the Simple One ends very soon, and we're at the Simple Energy factory today. With me is CEO and co-founder of Simple Energy, Suhas Rajkumar. Hello Suhas.
Hi, how are you?
Great to have you here with us for a quick chat. So Suhas, let me jump right into it and ask you, what does your order book look like right now? How many bookings do you have? And after today, how much of it do you expect to retain?
So I think we'll retain maximum out of it. I think 100%, just to be on optimal side. I don't think people will cancel because there's change in certain aspects. Because more or less it's the same scooter, same specifications. There's no change on that. Yeah, price has changed a bit for the end consumer because we had to match certain things. Last 2 years have been hectic for the world as well. Right. So I think that pretty much justifies a certain thing. But apart from that, our order book has crossed about 1 lakh pre-bookings in last 1.5 years. So I think that's a great order book to be with. We look to deliver them in next 8 to 10 months.
Right. And just to touch upon the subject of price, like you mentioned, the price has gone up. The increase is slightly on the higher side. So then in that case, do you think it would have been fairer to offer at least some sort of price protection to those who have stuck with you for the last 18 months since you opened bookings?
So two things changed. The subsidies changed and it was not doable also because we want to be sustainable because we want to build more products like this. So I think that is how you take a call. Of course, on a dream run, we would have definitely priced even below what we expected it to, right? So it's all about how the market has been and the input cost that has come in for us. So it's more to do that, but I think we have fairly justified our price point, and I think that brings in value for a consumer who's buying at that price also, because in that price point you'll get the competition that is already scaling up in number 3, number 4 spot right now. So I think if you compare to the market, I think this is much better in terms of all prospects, right? So I don't think it'll hurt any sentiments as such. In fact, it'll only put other people at a fix where they are buying at a 1.6 steep prices where they're not getting the range, the performance, etc. But they're still looking at something like that. So at the price point that we've announced, I think this is more comfortable for them to look at, and I think we are definitely seizing the market soon.
Right. What were the factors that led to the delay that we saw from seeing the Simple One back in August 2021 to now finally having it in production form? We understand there were policy changes, there were changes on the battery front, but what were the major challenges for you as a manufacturer, as a startup looking to get their first vehicle on the road?
So I think our focus from day one was safety and quality. So I think that with combined with our production capacity itself, right? So this kind of brings in a point where we had to improve our efficiencies, improve our side of manufacturing quality, etc. So that takes a bit of time, but more or less it was more to do with safety standards, our call to delay certain parameters, and of course send in through a scooter which tops it off, right, on the all charts. So I think this was our focus from day one, and I think that pretty much solves the narrative of why we believe in safety and quality so much. So I think that has caused that extension of 8 to 9 months. But I think that's good for us because now we have better clarity on FAME, we have better clarity on norms that are coming in from MHI, etc. So I think that puts overall a good picture for us, better than hurrying up and rushing things and spoiling a brand name. I think this pretty much helps us to strategize better to go forward.
Last year you'd announced an extended range option for customers who'd want something like that, where you were offering a third battery pack as such. So is that still something that you'd be looking to offer, or is that now not feasible given how battery prices have not softened?
No, I think that
is
something that we're definitely exploring. I think you should hear from us in the next 3 months on that. Right. So if the demand keep increasing for that, so I definitely will introduce that. Of course, it'll be much costlier than what the base variant or the standard variant stands for. But that is a consumer who is looking to opt for it, right? So he just needs an additional battery pack to carry. So I think that's something that we're offering. So I think it's comfortable for us to just give away one battery pack additional with the scooter, with of course a higher price point. Right. So in 3 months, looking at how market is going to react to that extended range scooter, we will roll out that.
Right. So that is still
that's on the cards, of course.
That's on the cards. Okay. Also, just want to understand, aside from the battery, what were the engineering related changes that you had to carry out on the scooter in the time that you had?
So I think we've improved our aesthetics a bit more further. I think we have had significant changes in battery pack, and the chassis has gone more stable. It's more sturdy now. I think that has improved a lot. Rider feedback is much better now. It was better then also, but again, we being simple, we are a bit unsatisfied with a lot of things. So we have changed that. Ground clearance is improved than the previous versions. The seat is more comfortable. It accommodates more or less the same size that 6 feet 2 can easily fit in, and a 5-inch tall guy also can easily fit into the scooter and ride it like a daily commuter. So it accommodates majority of the height ratios in India right now, and of course it has a larger boot space, so it can put in that. So we had to do a bit of that, but not much comparatively. It's major to do with battery and how the entire integration happening over the last few months.
Just to talk about policy changes a little bit, the recent FAME 2 subsidy reduction, a lot of people saw it coming, it was always going to happen. But what is the impact of a change like that for a startup like Simple Energy, given that your first product is actually operating at the premium end of the market and has a larger battery, which is now no longer covered by a substantial subsidy?
So I think the first benefit I'll say benefits first. One is a lot of competition now has to come at the same price point. A lot of them already are, but the one or two who are left out, I think they'll also join the clan of the premium price point. So for them to justify the price point will be difficult. For us it will be much easier because we come up with a different feature stack on that. So I think that brings out a second point for us, that though we wanted to have a focus on non-independent, so that supply chain is what we are working on since last 1 year especially. So that takes about 18 months roughly about to stabilize certain things. So I think we have done fair job in our FAME independence. So yeah, of course we still depend on it, but that's not too much for us to look at, okay, we'll go in losses or something. We are fairly making money on every scooter we sell. I think that's a positive. It's okay to work on low margins and sell scooters more as a startup, but I think FAME will just add on to our run, and I think going forward we'll improvise the supply chain. I don't think that'll be a challenge, but yeah, we need extension of FAME at least for a year from March. 2 years, definitely great.
To 2025?
I think yeah, that'll be fair ask, because supply chain still needs more time. Semiconductor price points are still not lowered. They're still at the steep price point. So I think they've come down, but not too much. And last 2 years have been exponentially up as well. So comparatively, it's still low, still high. So I think roughly about 12 to 18 months, we should have a fairly stable price points for us to convert and manufacture.
Right. But in the short term, you're starting off with production capacity of 3 lakh units at this facility. So just want to understand if you had to scale back your plans and visions a little bit, given that you've previously spoken about 1 million units. Seeing how the policy changes are affecting the market and not being sure of how things are going to pan out, is that the reason why you've chosen to scale back a little, stay a little safe?
I think you're fairly using the max capacity of the current facility, and we will, if you need, you can add 3 lakh more or 6 lakhs, you can extend a bit. I think you'll cover yourself for next 2 years. I think that makes more sense in conversion cost and ROI. So our business structure or business model works according to that. So we see a return on investment, and also about how much of volume gain the market is showing us. Right? The trends, they don't shift overnight. Within the next 12 to 18 months, I think we should see a 50,000 unit sale for us.
Monthly?
Yeah, monthly. If we can achieve, that's a big number for us. Yeah. Till then, you don't need a large facility. Yes, we intended to start with the big one, but our strategies changed. We gave in more thought about it, and we thought, let's be more of a sustainable company than a startup that wants money.
Right. And what are you looking to do now? Since you mentioned that you can get to 50,000 a month, what are you looking to start off with?
Start off with, so of course, I mean, we aim to become #1 next 12 months in the volume segment. And hopefully that will happen. I'm sure that will happen because people know about the value proposition that Simple offers. But apart from that, I think we're trying to introduce 2 more models to cater to the large market, which is above 1 lakh, of course, will always be. So we're looking at putting up a model there.
Smaller batteries?
A smaller battery, more utility oriented, but has a touch of the experience that Simple offers. So unique. So you drive a car for an experience, right? So you'll have the same experience in those scooters. Right. So it'll come with the same quality standards, safety standards, and the standards of Simple. So fairly, I think we will do that. I think 8 months we'll have a scooter coming in.
One interesting touch on the scooter that we saw today for the first time was the fast charging port, and the design of the fast charging port. This is a shared design. It is being used by a few other manufacturers as well. Currently, Ather Energy is the company that has the largest two-wheeler fast charging network in India. But theirs is a proprietary design, and now we've seen Ola come up with the hypercharger stations which follow this standard.
Yeah.
So, do you see that playing into your hands? Is that going to be in your advantage?
I think we adopted for this for a simple reason that the government has put up this standard in their amendments, and of course I think those policies will be mandated. It's not mandated yet. Four-wheelers have, but we believe it will be in next 1 year. So that's the reason we opted for that. While we had an option to design ourselves, we have designed the entire scooter. That is a piece that we could have done it easily, but we chose to go with the government standards because we don't want to rework back. So we don't want to go backwards and rework on certain things. So, but yeah, our scooters cannot charge in every station out there because they have a sensor protocol that is installed in it. So other scooters can charge from our port, but our scooters cannot be compatible. So they will have to depend on our charging network, which we are looking to expand about 1,000 in next 12 months.
But is there a possibility that you could work on making these compatible, because it would only make sense, right? It would make life easier for...
But I think safety plays a lot of role and how the battery health works. So I think we still want to keep it to ourselves.
Right.
For the industry to mature to a level where you can share the protocols.
Right. Thank you so much for this chat. It was extremely insightful. We hope you enjoyed watching this interaction, and let us know your thoughts and comments. If you have any questions for Suhas that we can convey to him later, please put them down in the comments.
Absolutely.
Remember to like and share this video, and follow Car and Bike for more such updates.